Hello everyone and welcome back for a special edition in my hufo series, the series where I give you my honest, unfiltered opinions on a variety of subjects that you guys ask me on Instagram. What makes today's Q&A special? I'm going to be crushing out answers rapid fire. I realize that I have a tendency to be a little bit long-winded in my responses, so I'm going to try to answer as many questions as possible with as few words as I can. Before we get into it, a quick word from today's sponsor, Skillshare, an online learning community for creators with more than 25,000 classes in countless topics ranging from graphic design to cooking. To prepare for answering questions a mile a minute today, I'm working on a little bit of a caffeine buzz. And I gotta say, this cup of coffee right here is the best cup of coffee I've ever made. Why? Because I took the Skillshare class, Brew an Amazing Cup of Coffee. You don't drink coffee? Well, I bet you enjoy grilled cheese sandwiches, because what kind of person doesn't? Yes, there's a Skillshare class on how to cook the perfect GC. I didn't know I'd been doing it so wrong all these years. Premium membership gives you unlimited access to classes like these and many more. It's very affordable. An annual subscription costs less than $10 a month. And if you want to check it out, there's a 2-month free trial in the description. All right, let's get to the fun. Date the Great asks, when will hufo get switched up a little? You're seeing it right now. What question do you get asked the most? What guitar should I buy? Will you check out my band? And what do you think of insert band that I've never heard of? And to quickly answer those questions, only you can decide. I probably won't, and I've never heard of them. What makes a good cover song? I think that changes on a case-by-case basis. I like a unique interpretation that stays true to the essence of the original. Hufo on Adam Neely. Never heard of him. What's your opinion on drugs? Some people can have a healthy relationship with them, some people can't. You gotta know yourself, and you should probably just avoid meth and stuff. What would you pick if you could choose a single guitar and amp to use for the rest of your days? Probably my Telly and one of the amps that my dad built. What are some of the things music has taught you that you think non-musicians should learn regardless? It's kind of generic, but hard work can really pay off if you dedicate yourself. Is Jimmy Page one of the most versatile guitarists? I love his work, but he absolutely is not. Is it bad to set your sights too high for a career in guitar playing / the music industry? Only if you don't have a plan for getting there. Is it normal to sometimes feel like I'm getting worse at guitar? I personally have felt like I've stagnated at some points. I don't think I ever felt like I was getting worse. More than likely, it's probably in your head. My hufo on busking for some extra cash as a side gig. I did this once, I hated it. I didn't make very much money. It's gonna be a whole lot easier for you if you have the proper gear. What are the must-know things needed to enter college and get a music degree? When you graduate, you're gonna have a whole lot of new tools, but you're not gonna have a job waiting for you. Every step of the way, you need to think about how you're gonna make those tools work for you. People who practice guitar without any intention to play music, they just practice for chicks. Everyone can have a healthy relationship with music. If that's what it is for you, power to you. How do you focus? Is Happy Birthday to You overplayed? If you've got a better song to sing when the cake comes out, I'm all ears. How do you feel about the best Canadian band, Rush? I'm sorry, but I think you misspelled the Tragically Hip. Do you have your hands insured? Is that common to do for professional musicians? I can't speak for anyone else. At the very moment, I don't, but I am looking into disability insurance. What is the hardest challenge you faced as a musician? There's a joke about this, but honestly, building a career with any sense of stability and comfort. What's your funniest high school memory? Oh, this one's kind of bad. There's this one teacher that I really didn't get along with, and she was set to give a speech at a full school assembly. So I told as many people as I could that as soon as she started speaking, I was gonna make my phone start ringing, and that as soon as they heard that, to make their phones do the same thing. It worked out perfectly, and within 5-10 seconds of her speech, the entire gymnasium was full of ringing phones. In hindsight, and a little more wisdom under my belt, it was in fact quite funny at the time, but I feel also a little bit bad about it. What's the best guitar deodorant? Why does your guitar stink? Best thing to do in Canada? Rip it up with the boys on the outdoor ice. Favorite place from your recent road trip? Recently, I was on vacation in Switzerland, and that entire country is a living postcard. As far as my favorite place, probably the area around Interlaken. That place is sehr schön. Who are your favorite guitarists you don't know personally? There are so many. The first one that comes to my mind is Derek Trucks. Musicians selling out. By all means, in today's musical economy, take whatever money you can get. What is your opinion on Revolution 9 by the Beatles? I skip it every time I listen to the White Album. A genie grants you 3 wishes. What do you ask for? For all 3 of them, I would ask that humanity doesn't succumb to any existential threats. People using your Fiverr video idea. So one of the things I did recently was hire a bunch of Fiverr musicians to finish one of my songs. There's been a couple other YouTubers who have done similar things. I think it's awesome. Whenever people do that, my video gets recommended off to the side, so everyone wins. Which would be the members of your dream band? Prince versus Michael Jackson. Prince. You like Prince? I do. Do you find it easier to write songs on your own or with other musicians? When the chemistry is right, definitely with other musicians. I would consider myself a better editor and shaper than I am someone who just comes up with the idea from scratch. However, when I have had those really strong ideas, I've found that those are easier to work on by myself than with someone else. If you had to use a guitar as a weapon, which guitar would you use? My opinion on the state of music. Honestly, I don't really have much of an opinion on it one way or the other. I've just always accepted it for what it is and tried to find a way to make that work for me. Have you ever wanted to kill someone that said that some pop band is a rock band? No, I definitely have not. What do you like most about your job? There are many amazing things. One of the coolest things is meeting people in public. Seeing how the videos that I create in this room impact people's lives is something that is truly incredible. Besides that kind of stuff, there is one thing that I really love. There is a moment when I'm making one of those crazy videos where I realize that this wacky idea actually might work out. For example, when I went into the studio with 3 of my buddies who aren't musicians, I had no idea how that was going to turn out, but about halfway through the session, we were having so much fun that I knew that it was going to be a great video. Musicians selling out. If I answer this one today, I can't even remember at this point. Go for it. Have you ever had formal guitar lessons? I have in fact had a lot of formal guitar lessons. A lot of people have asked me my hufo on Gibson's Play Authentic. So the video itself seemed like a PR misstep as far as I can tell. As far as the other stuff that's going on with the company, it's gonna sound like a cop-out, but I don't feel like I have enough information to weigh in. There was one point in my life I thought about becoming a lawyer, but realized very quickly that I definitely didn't want to do that. To weigh in, I feel like I would want a detailed understanding of the lawsuits and that kind of stuff, and really I just don't care to spend my time doing that. Like I said, cop-out, but that's my honest opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. I have scrolled all the way to the bottom of my Instagram feed, so I guess that about wraps it up. I want to try some new things with the hufo series, so let me know what you thought about this video, and remember, if you want to check out Skillshare, there's a 2-month free trial in the description. If you want to get caught up in the hufo series, hit that link up there. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I'm Samurai Guitarist. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you again soon.